A gift?
I will do my best to lead the tribe, but I don't know why Malakath chose me. I am surprised that Gullerzu was named chief.
It is a gift. Volendrung. Truly awesome warhammer. Remarkable. Gift from Malakath himself. What an incredible weapon.
We are all blood heat. One family, one tribe.
I hear someone working away at the forge.
I will serve Gullerzu.
Perhaps I can improve it here. With an ebony ingot.
Every blade I make honors Malakath. Every rivet, every plate of armor is for him.
Quite a gift from Malakath. Truly formidable looking hammer here. I wonder if we'll simply consider this a replacement for what we have here. I mean, these are good weapons, but I do believe that Dawnbreaker and Volendrung are better. Interesting. Well, we've solved this tribe's problems. Now it's a question of what we're going to do next. I suppose there always is returning to, back to Markarth. There actually is quite a bit that we left. I still have to go talk to the Greybeards about learning a shout that can be used to help defeat Alduin. And then these many small tasks. Either way, though, most things lead me back to Markarth. So I suppose that's where I should go. It's gonna be quite a journey. But it's one we have to make. I suppose it would be time to accept responsibility for what has happened. Though really, perhaps we should just travel to High Hrothgar now. And see what waits in store for us there. Quite a climb up here, isn't it? We'll be back soon, Ali. We have something to talk with the Greybeards about. Where are they? Perhaps they're in their quarters.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on Alduin's wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
You know, I think the Blades just want to defeat Alduin. Don't you?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you're saying you won't help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
What was that?
Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So can you teach me this shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
So what's so bad about Dragonrend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Now, I did thought you knew all the words of power.
But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
Oh, the shout is lost. How can I defeat Alduin then?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Who is Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Why haven't I met him yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
So how do I get to the top of the mountain to see him then?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
All right. Hmm.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. Look. Follow me. I will show you how to open the path to Paarthurnax. Sky?
Hmm.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Hmm.
Use clear skies to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Hmm.
Look!
Hmm.
Look! Look! Look!
Just a little bit of a drop there. What is that? Ice Wraith. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Hmm.
Look!
Hmm. Yes, I did want to take this because it's on the way to conditioning. This is proving to be quite a climb. Ah, they're following me.
Look!
Oh, it just keeps going. So incredibly high.
Look!
I have to be careful about getting too close to those ice flows. Oh, it's so cold up here. I knew that name seemed a little familiar.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
You know, I wasn't honestly expecting you to be a dragon, even if the name did seem a bit strange.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I came here to learn the Dragon Rend shout. Can you teach me?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as Argonian, but as Dova.
If you insist.
Ah, yes. Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
I came here to learn the Dragon Wrench out.
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How did you know I came here for Dragonrend?
Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
Well, it's pretty simple, actually. It's because I kind of like this world. I don't want it to end.
Pruzha, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born?
You know, I think the next world will have to take care of itself.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los Trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World?
I can't say I ever thought about it.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Using the Dragon Wrench out, correct?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unsrad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Are you saying the ancient Norns set Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Tell us more of the Elder Scroll.
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek.
How does any of this help us?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Where would I find the Elder Scroll?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
I guess Esbern or Arngir might have some idea.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
What do I do with the Elder Scroll when I find it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir? Who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum. The first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hun. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
How could an Elder Scroll cast all the wind through time?
Vormindok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon, they would not listen.
You mean you were there?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
What does the Dragon Rend shout actually do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
So you're the master of the Greybeards. Do others come here to train?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words? How?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Fus.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
I wish to meditate on a word of power.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Well, perhaps in a moment.
Greetings. Sum Ark Mora.
I just need to stop and really think about everything that we just learned. This is all to be taken so much in. And so now I think we need to take a moment to really consider what has just happened. Oh dear.